Tino, thank you so much for joining us. And do you think that this is politically motivated?
Well, to start off the conversation, I think it will be very clear that we just come out of a tumultuous situation where army tanks were rolled onto the streets to try and contain certain elements within the government of Zimbabwe that were bent on looting resources and crime, committing all sorts of crimes. So to dismiss a political motive around this, I think it will be very unfair or unjust at this moment in time. I think it's quite probable that there would be an attempt by maybe certain individuals or groups to try and destroy evidence. You see there's been a fire, and all such things point out to something not being okay within the race and within the system. So it's quite possible that there is something that we have not seen, but which is quite on board.
And what do you think Mnangagwa will say about the incident that took place? Because it seems like people will want to link this to him.
Well, to start off with, President Mnangagwa is a very cool guy. He's a very clever guy. He always takes decisions after studying every situation. And to quell off the rumors, I think it will be very correct when we get an official statement which indicates the position of the government, the position of the army, and the position of the general who is affected in all this. But we cannot really, where there is no information, rumors swell. And you would remember over the past days, social media has been awash with reports that Chiuri, the Commissioner General, is alleged to be planning to destroy evidence of looting, to destroy invoice books, because you would know that police were having roadblocks all over Zimbabwe, and that money was not going to Treasury. So there's a lot of stuff being said around the issue to say that he might even be wanting to destroy evidence. So we do not know at the moment.
So what could actually happen to him if we look at what you're alleging at this moment?
Well, you would remember that the president has given 3 months amnesty to anybody that would have looted state resources or that would have laundered money or anything out of the country. So if these allegations are to go by, then we might as well see in the coming future cases being opened against such individuals that would have been found to be on the wrong side of the law.
And I just want us to move away from this story and look at a story that took place yesterday, where street vendors in Harare yesterday cried foul after they were forcibly driven off the illegally vending sites in the city during a combined cleansing operation involving the military. Now, I just want us to touch on this story and to just get your reaction, because we know that there is a massive joblessness which has forced many to actually flood the streets where they hawk anything from medicines to car parts. Is this the right time to remove people trying to make a living on the streets now while Zimbabwe is trying to get on its feet?
I think one thing that we should understand is where we are coming from as a nation. We are coming from a period of lawlessness that was presided over by none other than Comrade Mugabe. Mugabe presided over lawlessness and all sorts of things that we have seen happening. But as a people, we are trying to return to normalcy. And if we are going to try to return to normalcy, we understand the challenges that everybody is facing. We understand the challenges of unemployment. We understand also the need to keep our cities clean. We have got to remain human after all has been said and done. So cities are designed in a way that they should operate in a certain way. I just want to give you an example. Suppose you go into Harare at the moment, you would go outside Edgar's or Truett's or any other shop, and there's a person who is selling the same ways that are being sold in the shop, just at the veranda. So that has got a potential of making investors that want to participate in that particular area feel uncomfortable. But what the government has done and has been trying to do is to say that vendors must go into designated areas. That is very important. As much as we are a resilient people, we also have got to take very important care of our environment. So we are looking at a situation where the government and the people or the vendors meet each other halfway. We as Zimbabweans have got a duty to protect our environment. We've got a duty to protect our buildings. We've got a duty to make sure that Zimbabwe is a place of sanity and our cities must remain as clean as is possible. I think we've got a challenge to set a record across even Africa to say we know how to trade. And if people come to trade in the CBD, they should be inside the building in a proper way according to the bylaws of the country. So we do not want to take advantage of the situation and make ourselves look bad. So this is a call that we make to all Zimbabweans, as to say you need to make sure that you are responsible for your environment. And it starts from our homes. You would never see somebody taking their blankets to sleep in the bathroom because of certain situations. I think people always sleep in the bedroom for that matter.
All right. Tino Mambeu, thank you very much for joining us here in studio and just giving us more details on these stories.
Thank you. I appreciate it.